Hello everybody, I am Overhaul, and today we are reviewing My Hero Academia chapter 202. And thank God this chapter is a lot better than the last one, and I was wrong about their reactions. Because oh boy, this chapter was automatically going to be hated by me, and now it's just fine as a decent chapter. Anyways, we begin this chapter with discussing the whole collateral damage and, in fact, just incredible work Class 1B has done to basically destroy everything. Like, my God. Like, we see the good parts of the areas from Class 1, the area that Class 1B has been basically making the strategies, like, made huge damages. And you know that's bad when you realize that practically all the damage that came to the area became because of Class 1B's strategies, while Class 1A barely does any damage. Maybe that's just because people like Bakugo and Dago haven't banned, but wow, it makes Class 1B look incredibly pathetic. So yeah. Now we also find out something about Tokuyami's condition. It turns out that Mushroom Girl does have some kind of a medicine, or at least something, to make sure that the people who get their throats filled with mushrooms don't suffocate and die. Which means that the person better get the effect of it right at a time and not go away to retreat, because otherwise they'll die. And it turns out even that medicine doesn't work because he would still have to go to Recovery Girl. Which once again proves why Class 1B are a bunch of incompetent, violent dumbasses. Also, we get another scene with a robot basically chastising humans, which must be a bit jokey, but I'm just amazed how Momo can be damaged as fucked and everything's gonna be okay because she couldn't even stand. Like, so she had to be like driven away. But Kando, even a possibility of just having a cannonball fire at her is already no. Just once again proves why Class 1B is a bunch of hypocritical dumbasses. No, she still says that's a lot of damage, like at least compared to the previous fight. Which also tells him, yeah, it's a lot, but this is what it's part of the course in the hero course. So yeah, it's basically just things that she should be like noticing when it's some things that he's not really used to. So yeah. Then we get the most bullshit line in this entire chapter, which is, man, Class 1B are filled with a bunch of powerful fighters. Alright, this could just be Zuko talking. I mean, we don't exactly know who was saying that. Like, until in the anime we get the scene we gotta find out who is the one saying that. But, just, alright, what idiot said that? Class 1B are not full fighters. Seriously, that manga guy? Hagakure. Possibly physically the weakest character in Class 1A. Hell, if you ignore the fact that her quirk is just invisibility and flashing lights, she is technically the weakest character. It just depends if you consider Oyama or her weaker. Or it's always between these two who is weaker, if you ask me. That guy who has made probably the most amount of damage has been losing to her. And then the other ones were just incredible matchups. Like, everybody that has a power-based quirk could have done the same thing that beast guy did. Hell, it actually is students from Class 1B saying, yeah, your class is full of strong people as well. I mean, what the fuck? Half of Class 1B cannot even hold a candle to one Class 1A fighter, and now all of a sudden they're supposed to be greater than Class 1A? How the fuck does that even work? Anyways, we get to the little scene with Oma and Daku, which Bogo says it best and says that you cannot just, I'll keep my mouth shut, but you can't sneak around away. People will know this, which is expressed with me saying, those two shoes are close. Which is just funny. Anyways, that Bogo wonders what the fuck do they need to discuss right now, and they say his quirk activated his own. Bogo says, I can't know you becoming increasingly better with your quirk or just decreasing. Well, considering the fact in the beginning he couldn't even fucking activate his quirk anyway, I think we can agree that it's kind of increasing. Oh, by the way, after the arc, we might get a scene where Gran Torino and All Might talking because All Might said, I'll ask Gran Torino if my master ever said something about this because to him, activated its own is weird. So right now he just said, focus on the fifth round with young Shisno. So yeah. There's a funny scene with All Might saying, I don't know if Bakugo cares about him in his own way because he's basically screaming at Daku and tell him to get better at that. But yeah, he just says, oh maybe not. So anyways, we're about to begin the third round in which Tokurami tells Todoroki, I hope you do better than I performed because, we are kind of inheriting their will. We were both trained underneath the number 1 and number 2. Which I'm wondering, who would all the others train under? So is anyone who's wondering who the other heroes that the other students were training under? I don't think those have actually, most of the heroes we know are heroes that have strength-based quirk, or if they have unique, they're being trained by others. So what would the other students train under if only Tokurami and Todoroki are so great? Also, this chapter we get a bit of a hint to who Touya is. The oldest brother. And it's becoming increasingly more obvious that Touya is Dabi's real name. And you might say, why? Well, in the previous chapters, when Touya was first mentioned, all that, it could still have implied that he might have a fire quirk. Like, we didn't exactly know. As far as we could know, he could have a water quirk. Hell, it makes sense if you consider Bakugo's quirk is a combination of his parents. But in this chapter, it's confirmed that Touya's quirk was fire, and it was harder than Endeavor's. And considering that Dabi's quirk does seem to be harder than Endeavor's, and it doesn't say anything that it's not, it's strongly implied that Dabi is Touya. Also, the reason why Touya Endeavors continued having children was because Touya, although his quirk was perfect, it was his nature was more like his wife. So that's interesting to find out. I feel like considering the previous arc was Endeavor's arc and in this arc we get mention of Touya, the next arc should have more implied with Dabi. Like maybe there's gonna be an entire arc focused on the League of Villains, which would be fucking amazing. Like we all consider League of Villains as secondary group of protagonists, but this would be even better because it would be an entire arc where they would be the main attention. We won't just have them have amazing characters since in manga chapters, they'll just be the main ones. I seriously feel like I hope this little mentioning of Touya could be leaned into a Dabi arc because, well, they do seem to kind of be going naturally in there. But how do I know? Oh, so after this conversation with Tokoyami about inheriting the will of the other two heroes, we get a bit of class 1 rap. He does talking with Todoroki and the rest when they're heading to their findings, the battlefield. In which he's like, is everything alright? Because he noticed small changes with Todoroki's expression, which Ojiro commented saying is, it's kinda hard to see, because he generally looks as the same expression. Yeah, so trying to change that to Todoroki. But anyways, Nina is a bit energized because he's in a good mood because his brother is finally making a recovery. Which, can someone who's more aware of the time for My Hero Academia tell me how long was that? Like seriously, how long was it since Stain put Lita's brother on a deathbed and is only now making a recovery? Like, I know it's not been that big of a time gap, it's just, it's been a long time. I feel in the spin-off manga in Vigilantes, Lita's brother is amazing, so maybe this is what they're making it better, so could become more involved in the plot or something? Who knows really? So yeah, they are going to the battlefield, and now we're heading to the area where, let's just say, I'm very gonna be disappointed, so they better do something better, and like previously, I need to facepalm myself again. Just double because Tatsu's name is doubling. So yeah. Now we cut to the class 1B, and that's Tatsu, who's basically saying, you know, none of our quirks can really be good with everything else and stuff. So there's only one thing we must do. There's only one thing, and that I'm an dull idiot, which kind of implies that he's the dumbest member of the class, so why is he the leader? But who cares really? So, yeah, he basically says that's it, that he's the main one and all that. So, he says, it's time for no more tricks. This is gonna be a one-on-one fight. Which I'm gonna take to say that he means class 1A is not going to make any tricks. This is gonna be a head-to-head combat. But I am like, that was your class. Your class was the one making tricks and all those types of things. Hell, that's the only reason why you won that previous round. It's about these tricks. So why the hell are you complaining about class 1A has tricks? Or maybe he's referencing because they cannot do any tricks because apparently all their quirks are more strength based. Which, alright, he has basically just a weaker version of Tatsu's quirk. Then that pony girl, also quirk is, I believe, just basically being a pony with horns. That other guy has a softening quirk, which is honestly more of a quirk for tricks, like for example making the entire ground soft so the entirety of class of the team could fall into it. And that other bland looking guy, wait, what's his quirk again? What's his quirk called? And yes, I have the, let's see here, what's his quirk called? Grady Sankai. What does that mean? It seems to be a strength-based quirk because it was trained by Tiger, so who really cares? Yeah. I don't know what his quirk is, but it's apparently strength-based as well, but since we do not know what's his strength-based, as far as we know, it could be like hit from Dragon Super with his boom punch things. So yeah. So far it seems like this team is more of a so yeah, that's just like, we're going into a fucking fight. Which I'm very happy because we are finally going to get a fucking fight and not just class 1B having a plan. That's when I reacting to it. And then fail because they became had their dumbass hats on. Which gonna be, and considering how Tatsu is going hat first in the fights, it's very likely class 1B is going to lose this one, which means Bakugo's class is going to lose the next one, but maybe the sparkles of logic will jump in and say, you cannot beat Bakugo, only it takes would took half of your classroom to beat Bakugo. I'm hoping. I'm extremely hoping. So yeah. That's just basically making it very obvious about it. Like, seriously, after Vladkin literally said to Kendo and the manga guy, you two need to stop making so much damage because you're supposed to keep it to the minimum. He just breaks the walls and goes straight up. Which, I'm just like, dude, at least three of your classmates are strength based and the third one can only make stuff soft. And you go up against a guy who either is equal or a bit weaker, which is Shoji, which has duplo arms or whatever his quirk is, or Jiro is a martial artist so he can beat you, so he can definitely fight you, and his tail is definitely strong enough to, damage you to the point he's not gonna feel too much hurt. Leader's quirk is Anja, which gives him increased speed and probably would make your head fucking break because of the boost. And Todoroki's quirk is fire and ice, which ice he can fucking trap you in, and fire can fucking burn you. Are you a fucking retard? Like seriously, at least Kaminari can make up decent plans. Like the first one is the most obvious. I mean, he may not be no genius, but he can make decent plans. But this was just the dumbest decision ever. And you go into a head-to-head battle with them is just suicidal. Hell, it's even implied that the rest of the class is not going behind him because that guy who can make stuff soften seems to think maybe we can use this into our advantage. Like maybe after they beat Tatsu to a pulp because he's so fucking stupid, they're gonna do something. Sorry Tatsu, but unless if you are like Hiroshima against Ropapa, you are not going to have any fucking chance. So yeah. Now, unfortunately these chapters are going on a break for hiatus, which I'm just... no one My Academia chapters to review. Sad, but hell, I was informed that the chapters that My Academia has are shorter than they are supposed to be, and considering all the drama with the schedule and the partner dying and all that, I can understand. I just hope that Hiroshi can recover as fast as he can, and he'll be able to come back stronger and better. Because, well, even though I may criticize this arc a lot because I hate Class 1B, I still respect his writing, I respect his artwork, I just respect. It's just, I hate Class 1B, so, it's kind of like those, like in One Piece Fishman Island arc where you hate the thing, but you will watch through it so you can get to the better parts. Like, we cannot force the writer to make way for our own will. Hell, the whole movie Misery that was written by Stephen King basically showed the writer how a crazy fan would do it. But that's besides the point. Just watch Stephen King's Misery and you'll get it. Now anyways, I hope you liked this video. I hope you're gonna leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. And that's it. I cannot wait to see all of you people next time. Bye.